today we're gonna, let me sit you up here. Today we're gonna like bake some cookies. Yes, we're gonna bake some cookies. Don't mind my hair, it's a mess. Let me show you guys how I make my at-home iced coffee. So I always boil my water in my kettle on the stove. And then I'm gonna fill my cup up with some ice. Yesterday I got to shadow in the office for the first time as one of my requirements to apply to dental hygiene school. And I shadowed her for 7 hours. You know, again, like I said before, I doubt sometimes whether I should go or, you know, if I even belong there. Last night after I got home, I don't know, I had thought a lot about how I feel and like, is this really what I want to do, and do I belong there? Because I have nice teeth, but I don't have the greatest teeth, so sometimes I feel like it's not really my position to be in someone's mouth cleaning their teeth. But I don't know, I battle with that a lot, but I'm still working towards it. You know, I'm gonna apply. I got a couple places I'm gonna apply this year, and if I don't get in, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. But if I do, it is something I really wanted to do for a long time, but we'll just have to see. I put about like, I don't know. Ooh, no, that's about right. It's a lot less than it looks. It's not that much. It's like this much. Maybe that is a lot, I don't know. This is why I can't get rid of my double chins. So I fill it up to the skeleton's head with milk, my latte, and then that top part will be coffee. I didn't have a coffee yesterday before I went because like I was paranoid that like I was gonna have like coffee breath or something. So I was like, we'll just avoid it altogether. And I regret that because I was tired. Take about like this much brown sugar, like my cinnamon. Then this is the holy grail of coffee when it comes to making your iced coffees at home. I love this stuff. I live by this stuff. We use this stuff every day. It is my favorite. We usually use blonde, but they haven't been having it, so we use the intense. But it's so good. I use this whole cup. This is a coffee. Like this measures as like 1 cup. I don't remember. It says like coffee, 1 coffee cup or some shit like that. I don't remember. But I fill this all the way up. Sometimes I even overflow it a little bit because depending on how I feel that day. But I put that much in there because I like a strong coffee. And then I also fill it up with water. And then we're gonna froth her up. I'll take the cup and pour some of the milk into this mixture, still in this cup. And then I'll pour it all back in here and mix it up. And it makes a beautiful, fantastic tasting iced latte. This thing is like, when we first started getting it, it was like $7. It's like 8 now, I think, 8 or 9. But it's like, I'll pay 8 or 9 for this and get like several cups of coffee out of it instead of going to Starbucks or something and paying $5 for 1 cup. Since I've been doing this, I've like realized I'll like when I do decide, when we're on a trip or something and we do get like Starbucks or something, I'll be like, man, I could have made this coffee better at home. You never know how it's gonna be. And then I'm the kind of person that doesn't really like to be like, hey, my coffee isn't very good. I just drink my sad tasting coffee in silence. First sip. Delicious. I'm super tired, but I wanted to make some some cookies today, some homemade cookies or something. I don't really have a whole lot going on besides that. Like I said, I have the projects that I want to do in the garage, the woodwork projects, but I have to get everything I need for that first. So we're just gonna make some cookies today and hang out. Happy fall, y'all. It's November. Okay, let's make some cookies. If I've realized anything since I've started like making videos is I need to lose some weight. I'm like, oh my god, my chins are so huge. But here I am making sugary coffees and cookies. So it is officially November. Spooky season is gone and it's time to get ready for Thanksgiving. So while there's a lot going on lately, I feel like there's also still a lot to be thankful for. And I thought maybe every time I vlogged in November, I could say something that I'm thankful for. And I think the thing that I'm most thankful for is my happy, healthy family. My children are healthy. I have a lot to be grateful for, so I am. So yeah, I guess that'll be number 1 of my November thankful list. So we're gonna make some chocolate chip cookies from scratch. And I got my chocolate chips here, vanilla extract, I have flour, sugar, I have my butter melted, 3 eggs, 2 bowls, and I got my baking soda back there on the counter. So let's get started. I just use the Great Value flour because it's got great value. Still have a whole lot of stuff to do for my hygiene license. Or not my license, to get into the program. Like I said, I finally got some shadowing hours. I still need about 9 more. I'm already CPR certified, but they want me to have like an in-person one. And I haven't done that since when I very first got my dental assisting license. I just always renew it online. So I have to find a class to go and get CPR certified hands-on. I think that the hygienist that I decided to watch first was a good choice. She was really cool. I learned a lot from just watching her. Her hand techniques are chef's kiss. She really did a great job just doing her job while I watched. I do think it's a good idea to watch multiple hygienists. And I do have to do that for one of the applications. It requires you to watch more than one, which I'm fine with, but I really just wanted to get them all out of the way. But it was cool. I learned, like I said, I learned a lot. I spent a lot of my time before I went trying to figure out like the right questions to ask, the right things to do, everything like that. I just decided to go in there and ask whatever questions came to mind. The first question I really wanted to ask her, because I see a lot of hygienists talk about it, is burnout. And her response to, you know, if she feels burnout and what she thinks about it was funny. Like she said she does. She's been doing that job at the same place for 17 years, and she said she definitely feels burnout. When I said, what do you do to deal with the burnout? She said, you don't want to know, which I thought was like kind of funny. She told me though, she said that she thinks that I should just look into nursing. And that was a little scary because I was like, oh, like not even doing this for 17 years and you're telling me that I should just do nursing. But I don't really want to do nursing. It's really either this in healthcare or nothing in healthcare. I don't have a desire to do like be a nurse. My mom's a CNA, which I know is a big difference, but I just don't feel like she's appreciated, and it's just not a field that I'm really interested in going in. I'm super excited. I'm really getting closer to like sending in the applications, and I think that's the scariest part, because then you just have to wait for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months to hear back about, you know, if you even got into the program or not. And that's scary, but fingers crossed, you know what I mean? That's all I can do, is just hope for the best. We have our flour, salt, and baking soda in one bowl, and we're going to set that to the side. We had a really good Halloween. My kids got a lot of candy. It really does feel like Halloween is dying, honestly. You know what I mean? Kids aren't trick-or-treating like they used to. When I was shadowing her, she was asking how all of their Halloweens went, like all the patients and the parents. And a lot of them were like, oh, we just went to Nana or Pop Pops and jumped in bounce houses and got a bunch of candy from them. And I'm like, you know, that's cool, I guess, but also that's kind of whack. When we went, it was a lot less busy than last year was. I guess a lot of people wanted to avoid the crowd, because it was bad last year. We live in a really small town, and I think it's overcrowded, honestly. I don't think there should be near as many people here as there is. We got our 1 cup unsalted butter. It's been sitting for a minute, so it's separated. I had to wait for the guys mowing the yard to stop. They spend a lot of time out there, and I feel like they don't really do anything because the grass never looks cut in the back. Honestly, I don't even think they went in the backyard. We have 1 1/4 cup brown sugar. We have a 1/3 cup of regular sugar, and then we had a cup of, it says unsalted butter, but I just use whatever butter. It's always fine when I do it, so it's never really a big deal to me. That was 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. So we're gonna crack 1 egg in here, and then we're gonna crack 2 eggs, but just the yolk into the mixture. So I'm gonna do this over my measuring cup, separate the yolk from everything. That was a little messier than I would have liked. Oh, I just cracked the egg into there. Oh my god, it should be fine. Okay, we're gonna mix this together. I did accidentally crack 2 eggs and 1 yolk. It's supposed to be one whole egg and 2 yolks. So pray for me. Let me pick this up so it's not shaking the table. Okay, so we got the sugars and the extract and the eggs all mixed in 1 bowl. And now we're going to mix the flour and whatnot, what have you, all into 1 bowl. I'm just gonna dump it in and pick it up so I'm not shaking y'all around. These are fun to make. I make these with my youngest daughter all the time. And it's like good to know, you know what I mean? Make some cookies from scratch. I think they're better that way. I can't eat sugar like I used to. I think I'm like borderline diabetic. But these cookies, I can eat these cookies all day long. They're not like all processed and stuff, you know? So they make for good cookies, make for a good time. At this point, it's just however you feel. If you want to add some more flour to thicken it up, or you can do like as much as you want. I just kind of pour it straight from the bag if I feel like I need more. Through November and December, I'm going to really try to be a lot more consistent. And then we're going to go on our trip to the Wolf Lodge, so I'll have that to like vlog and stuff. But I'm trying my best. It ain't all easy peasy. It's not easy to get the views, that's for sure. I put a lot of time into some of these videos and get like 2 views, but that's okay. I still have fun doing it. I think we're gonna have a very humbling Christmas this year. You know, with everything going on, groceries are high, everything's getting higher. The deals ain't dealing anymore, you know what I mean? Going from being like 75 to like 80% off of stuff to like 15 and 20. It's like deals ain't dealing no more. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for my kids to be humbled by $1 anyways, just so they can learn to appreciate everything they have. Okay, this calls for 2 cups, but I feel like that's too much. So I'll usually do like 1 and then add more if I feel like it. I've been meaning to add them on top every time I bake them because, you know, what's a chocolate chip cookie if the chocolate chips ain't sticking out of the top? And they don't really. So I've been meaning to sprinkle some on there, so maybe I can remember to do that before I stick this in the oven. Okay, and we're gonna mix the chocolate chips in, and then we're gonna stick it in the freezer for it to chill for 20 minutes. Alexa, cancel. We got our chilled cookies. I got some Pam. I'm gonna spray it on my pan. I have the, when I put the cookies in for 20 minutes to chill, I preheat the oven at 350. That way, by the time I get done putting the cookies on the thing and the 20 minutes is up, it's nice and hot. Lately, I've been trying to just like, you know, make the cookies a good portion and put it on here, and my portion control has been terrible. So I'm gonna try to use this scoop this time so that maybe I can get like a more reasonable sized cookie. And I know my pan looks rough when you see it, so you don't have to tell me she's been through it, but this is all it really gets used for is like, I don't know. It's my baking pan. She's rough. She's from the Dollar Tree. We're gonna do 6 cookies at a time. Because they're big. They're big cookies. Okay. Just gonna sprinkle like a few on top. Not a whole bunch because they're already like super chocolatey. But aesthetically, it's cute and you can see the little chocolate chips on top. Am I right or am I right? So we got our 6 cookies here. I'm gonna put them in the oven for 10 minutes. Would you look at that? Giant cookies. We definitely need to go a little smaller. That is a big ass cookie. So let's try to go a little smaller. It ain't easy being cheesy. Those were absolutely too fucking big though. Okay, round 2 with the smaller portion cookies. Hopefully they turn out a little better. See, these are a lot more reasonably sized. But I forgot to put the freaking
chocolate chips on top.
3rd time's a charm, I guess. But these are a lot better size-wise, so I'm happy about that. I got this was a Halloween find last year. I'm gonna plate all the cookies on it. I love this so much. It's one of my favorite Halloween decorations I have. Halloween's over, but spooky plates are forever. Look at these gorgeous girls. That's a lot better for like the 3rd time. Let me grab it like this. Look at those. Well, that concludes my video for the day. I have got to clear my phone off. I film on my phone because like, unless I get some serious views or anything, there's no point in investing in a camera. So I do it on my phone. I have no space on my phone. Last video I got cut off because I didn't have any space. This video I got cut off and now I'm like filming parts of it on Snapchat app. So I need to clear my phone so that I have more space so it won't cut me off like that. And so I don't have to have so many cuts in my videos. We made some cookies from scratch and they're beautiful. I'm awful at shaping them, but I'm sure someone else could be better at doing that. Thanks for sticking around. See you guys next time.